Welcome to Ask Sean, where I explore all sorts of questions about being human and invite you, the listener, to become more present to yourself, your relationships, and your life. I'm Sean Slevin, a licensed professional counselor and a licensed marriage and family therapist. And if you have a question for me, you can send that to me anonymously at asksean.org. So I'm just coming back from a horseback riding lesson, as I've mentioned periodically in some of my videos. It was a groovy time as it usually is. I had some fun moments where I was able to navigate some really tricky things that once upon a time I would not have been able to. And part of what made that possible was a really trusting myself, trusting my gut, and really leading the horse very clearly. One of the things that we did was I had to, at a canter, which is a faster speed, you might say, than a trot, at a canter and in a tight space, I had to come through a corner and then basically kind of do an additional turn to kind of double back. So it's a very tight turn at a decent clip, and I was able to do it and stay at speed and not like do harm to the horse or anything, and actually did it twice, which was really freaking cool. So that was fun, and it was interesting to like reflect on how impossible that would have been once upon a time, right? And how much is different inside of me emotionally, not just in terms of my technical skill, which is getting better and better, but I think there was that, but the bigger thing really was the psychological. Like, I didn't get all up in my head, and it was just like, no, this is what we're gonna do, and just kind of trusting myself and trusting the horse and trusting our partnership and whatnot. But this relates to totally different domain, but similar theme around trusting myself. Because I got out of my lesson and I had this message from a kind of friend, acquaintance, who's an artist, saying, hey, my Instagram account was hacked. Please disregard those messages from last night. Because last night, I had gotten had basically a conversation over Instagram, I thought with this person, where they had reached out to me and said, hey, I want to use a photo from your Instagram for my personal Instagram, my private Instagram. I want to use this photo for a painting, for an art project, and actually there'll be pay, so you'll be compensated. And it was very fascinating because there were enough things that were plausible that's like, well, that's possible. It felt a little odd. I'm like, especially the photo they picked, it's like, okay, fine, you can use that photo. I don't think it was a particularly exceptional one or anything. But there were all these little subtle things that felt off, and I just wasn't feeling at peace about it. But I was still giving benefit of the doubt, right? Because I'm like, we humans are funny creatures, and so it's just like, I will sort it out. I don't quite understand why certain interactions I'm having about in this conversation feel weird, and I don't feel settled. But I was like, so then I said last night, as I was messaging them, I was like, hey, well, let's talk on the phone tomorrow and just finish hashing out these details. Because I'm like, my instinct was, I was still going on the assumption I was actually communicating with my friend, and so I'm like, let's just have a conversation and we'll sort out. I don't know why they're being weird about certain things, but we'll figure it out. But now to come to find out, like, I was, there was the potential of getting scammed, and so it's just really interesting that, like, part of what protected me is my gut, that something in me sensed that this feels off. It feels weird. It doesn't feel settled. And I don't know what it is, and I don't know why. And even though I was still giving the benefit of the doubt that I was talking to somebody I've known in real life, even though I don't know them super well, but I've met them and had conversations at different points. And but yeah, even though I was still giving benefit of the doubt in that, I was also like, I still need to clarify these few things, and I'm not going to move forward without having a conversation and just like I need an answer to a few questions, and if I can't get those, like then I'm gonna be like, hey, help me understand why you can't answer those questions. But I wanted to do that in conversation, right? Because I value relationship and yeah. And so both of these experiences, right? Like the experience of my progress in horseback riding and being able to have more confidence in my work with horses, and this experience of I could have been scammed out of some money, maybe a lot of money. I mean, depending on how the scam. I mean, I'm sure they were aiming for as much as they could get. Uh, I think it was a phishing attempt, right? Like to get me to enter in bank credentials, so that then they could then try to get access to money. Yeah, so it's like in both of these, my gut, like having like learning to trust my gut was really key, right? Trusting my gut with the horse is key. Trusting my gut in terms of like, yeah, something's off. I can't put my finger on it. It's weird. I don't understand why like things feel off, but I'm not going to ignore that, right? And so, our gut is not a perfect measure, but it is a signal. This is the thing. Like your gut is a signal. It's a signal whether I'm lacking confidence or I'm feeling confident, right? It's also a signal when like something doesn't feel right, something feels off, something isn't sitting right with me. And we have to do investigation, right, to tease that out, which is why I wanted to like just have a phone call. Like I wasn't jumping to like assertions like that my friend's been stupid or something, or like I wasn't going to like that kind of thing, right? But I wasn't ignoring my gut. I was like, I need to get enough information to resolve this. Like something doesn't feel right inside of me, right? And so that would be my encouragement to you is like pay attention to your gut, right? Your gut is a signal. Like where are areas in your life where your gut is telling you things that you need to listen to and discern what is this about, right? Like you need to do additional digging or exploring or questions or conversations or whatever to try to figure out like why is my gut not feeling good about this, and then that leads to, right, like that relates to being able to feel more confident, right? Like I feel bolstered in my like, that is why the interactions felt so freaking odd and confusing, is because I wasn't actually talking to this person I know and their motives were evil, right? They were trying to scam me out of money. So yeah, this is like a little public service announcement. Well, until next time, peace be with you.